Good morning. It's another cold day ahead for all of us. In the northern half of the country, there's some rain and some snow, mostly on the hills. Further south, we're looking at some bright spells, but also some blustery showers. I'll have all the details coming up.
Just going, oh.
Aren't they gorgeous? What beautiful animals. Good morning, everyone. This morning, if you haven't yet ventured out, you've probably guessed it is a cold start to the day. Now, it's also a wet one for some of us. We've had some snow falling on higher ground through the course of the night as well. You can see here in the radar where we've got rain and also some sleet. The snow mostly on the hills. Further south, it's rain showers that we are looking at. But if we pick up this band of rain and hill snow, it's going to be sinking southwards as we go through the course of the day. Of course, where we've got damp surfaces and the low temperatures, there's a risk of ice first thing on untreated surfaces. There goes our band of rain and hill snow, and behind it later we will see some snow getting down to lower levels across the far north of Scotland. There's also going to be more cloud around than yesterday, but there'll still be some bright spells, and it still is going to be windy, and that wind really accentuating the cold feel to the day. These are the temperatures: 3 in Lerwick, 4 in Newcastle, 11 in Plymouth and St Helier. Now, this band of snow is going to be sinking southwards through the course of the night. Again, falling on the hills in Scotland, also the Pennines, the Cumbrian Fells, the hills of Wales. Behind it, further snow showers follow into Scotland and Northern Ireland. Further south, there'll be a fair bit of cloud around, but there will also be a widespread frost. These are our overnight lows. Another cold night in prospect. And of course, where we've got the damp surfaces, there could be the risk of ice first thing in the morning. So we pick up the dregs of this. Again, we've got a mixture of rain and sleet pulling away late morning, perhaps early afternoon from the far southeast. And then in areas exposed to the brisk northerly wind, we'll see some snow showers. Some of those could also have some hail and some thunder and lightning in them. And the totals of snow will be starting to accumulate across the far north of Scotland. In that cold northerly wind, it's going to feel bitter. There will be a significant wind chill, but these are the temperatures that you'll see on your thermometer. Back to you both.
Carol, thank you very much. It looks chilly.
It really does.
Certainly is.
Weather for us this morning, and that picture looks a little bit frosty.
It certainly is, Sal. Good morning, everyone. It is a cold start to the day. In fact, temperatures in Benson in Oxfordshire fell to -5.2. That makes it the first widespread frost of the season in the south. Now, it's not the lowest temperature we've had. That was on Saturday night when it was -7 in Tullochbridge in the Highlands. For the rest of this week, next few days, we're looking at it remaining cold. Something a little bit less cold on Friday will come into the west, and then into the weekend, temperatures will recover to roughly where we would expect them to be at this time of year. But you can see that quite nicely on our air mass chart. We've got the blues across us for the next couple of days. Then the weather changes as something less cold comes in from the Atlantic, as represented by the yellows. And next week will be around average as well, just not as cold as this week. So what we have at the moment is the risk of ice and untreated surfaces in the north of the country. We've also got some rain, sleet and hill snow pushing southwards. Most of the white stuff will be on higher ground, but later we'll have some snow getting down to lower levels across northern Scotland. Now, today there's more cloud around than there was yesterday, but nonetheless we should see some bright spells, and it's going to be cold, especially if you're in the wind. These are our temperatures: 3 to about 10 or 11 as we come that bit further south. As we head on through the evening and overnight, the snow in Scotland starts to sink southwards. So we'll see snow in the hills of the southern uplands, the Pennines, Cumbrian Fells and the Welsh hills. At lower levels, it's more likely to be rain. You might see a little bit of sleet, and then further snow showers following on behind in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Still a brisk wind, so we're looking at a widespread frost, and we're also looking at the risk of ice on untreated surfaces. These are the temperatures you can expect in towns and cities. Wherever you see the blues in the charts, we're talking about freezing or indeed below. So tomorrow we pick up the rain and the sleet that mix at lower levels, pulling away eventually from the far southeast. Tomorrow there'll be more sunshine around than today, but we've got a keen northerly wind, and that's blowing in some snow showers across areas exposed to it. So the north, the west and the east, some of them making inland progress across the north of Scotland. It's going to be cold. These are the temperatures you'll see on your thermometer, so 3 in Aberdeen to 7 in Cardiff. But when you add on the wind chill, it will feel much colder than that. So it'll feel more like -2 in Aberdeen and 3 in Cardiff. As we head on through Wednesday and into Thursday, we still are in this straight northerly coming down from the Arctic, still blowing in farther showers, still some of those wintry across the north, the east and the west. But again on Thursday, a lot of dry weather around, and we still are going to have some sleet and some hill snow mixed into that. Temperature-wise, this is what you can expect, 5 to about 8 degrees. But Sal and John, it's worth mentioning, Thursday night into Friday, some parts in the north could have minus double figures overnight. So you'll definitely notice that.
Minus double figures.
Yes, so -10, -11. It's quite possible.
Gosh, it's happened so suddenly,
It's
this, hasn't
happened
it?
so quick. It was so mild last week.
Thank you,
Yes,
Carol.
absolutely.
See you
Carol,
later.
thank you.
Thanks.
Reaching for the heating, Carol. Morning.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. That's right, John. It is a cold start to the day. It's going to be cold by day and by night for the next few. It's not until we reach the weekend the temperatures get back into double figures. But you can see some snow in the hills in northern England this morning, quite a bit of cloud around as well. We've had some rain and some snow and some sleet as we've gone through the course of this morning across the north of the country. Showers, rain showers further south. Now, a lot of the snow will be on the hills as we go through today. There's a risk of ice on untreated surfaces, and as we go through the day, this band of rain, sleet and hill snow sinks a little bit further south. We'll carry on with the showers across Wales and the southwest as well as the Channel Islands, the cloud building, rain not getting in here till later, and then we have further snow showers to lower levels across the north of Scotland. The wind's picking up too, especially in the west, and these are our temperatures, 3 to 11 degrees, but tempered by the wind. Through this evening and overnight, again, we've got the showers pushing south. The snow in Scotland also sinks southwards through the central lowlands, in through the southern uplands, on the hills too, off Cumbria, for example, Pennines and the Welsh hills. Most of the snow is going to be in the hills, but we could see some of it at lower levels at times. It's going to be a cold night once again with a widespread frost and the risk of ice on untreated surfaces. So tomorrow, what's left of this band of rain, hill snow and some sleet pushes steadily southwards. Then a lot of dry weather, a lot of sunshine, but a windy day with snow showers in areas exposed to that wind. And it's a northerly wind, so it's going to feel colder than these temperatures suggest. John and Sal.
Carol, thank you very much. It's definitely feeling colder today.
Yes, it is.
Get your skates on, Carol.
Hello again. This cold snap that we're in is set to continue until we get to the weekend, when we'll see temperatures get back into double figures. But before that, we still are looking at a cold rest of the week, and not just by day, but also by night, with some frost and the chance of some ice. Today, we've got this weather front sinking southwards and eastwards. It's taking a combination of rain and also some sleet and some hill snow with it. Some showers continuing across West Wales and the southwest, and later some snow getting down to lower levels across the north of Scotland. There's more cloud around today than there was yesterday, but if you're exposed to the wind, it is going to feel nippy. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, the snow in Scotland sinks south, falling in the hills of southern Scotland, northern England and also North Wales. We could see a little of that at lower levels. More than likely we'll see sleet, and it's going to be cold once again with some frost and also the risk of ice on untreated surfaces. So the rain and the sleet push southwards, clearing tomorrow. There'll be a keen northerly wind. So that means if you're exposed to that, we'll see some further wintry showers, but more sunshine than today. But nonetheless, in that northerly wind, it will feel cold. As we head on through the rest of the week, we continue with some night frosts. And then you can see as we head into the weekend, although it remains unsettled, temperatures will slowly start to rise.